So we use our audio recorder, we get all this data, and now we look at it. This is the whole clip first. Make sure that your thing for controlling your computer works once in a while. Okay, listen to your whole clip first. Listen to it at least once. In reality, in paranormal research, it's not just once. It's 3 to 4 times. We go through the same clip over and over again. Which means I have to listen to Nate over and over again, and he's listening to me or other members of the team. Thanks for coming back. You didn't miss that much. I'll need a paper off you at the end. Make notes of what's happening at the time. Okay, we use Adobe Audition or WavePad, which tells you down to a fraction of a second what port of the file you're listening to. And then you can clip it out, port it out, and then send it over to us and listen to it that way. And that's isolating the anomaly. Okay, you have to see what is the anomaly itself. Does it have a distinctive sound? Is it like the beep of a car? Is it grinding brakes? Is it grinding teeth? Is it someone at the front snoring? Is it someone else in the room? I remember one fantastic one we had was, it turned out to be that one of our investigators, I won't name any names, but it was Brad, he hadn't nothing to eat all day and his stomach was rumbling. And I was listening back to it going, what the hell? Is this a demon? No, it wasn't. It was just a demon of a need of pizza. But we didn't find out to the end, but it actually took replication of that to figure out what it was, so I didn't let him eat for a week. Is the sound natural or unnatural? Very unnatural. And is it sonic, infrasonic, or ultrasonic? That's when you get the file itself. You look at what range it's running in, and you see if it's within our sonic range, 20 to 20,000, if it's infrasonic or if it's ultrasonic. And the only thing that will tell you that is the software, really, because you won't be able to hear. Is it matrixing? Again, what's the most common thing you hear every day?
Voices.
Voices, exactly. Sometimes your own, sometimes voices in your head, sometimes people around you. But voices are the most common thing that you'll hear. So you hear any sound on a tape, you will try to make a voice out of it. And it's perfectly natural, it's perfectly normal. And that's why all our data goes through 2 people when they're doing audio analysis. When we do a case, we get all the audio and we put it onto our server. And then audio is sent to each member of the team. And from each member of the team, each person is looking at the same file at least twice. Unless I believe it's a very important file, and then everyone looks at it. Okay, and you want to look at, does it sound like anybody in the room?
So, excuse me.
Yes, sir.
You want me to ask a question?
Yes.
Okay. So if you have something that you see, because it's in the spectrum below your frequency, let's say you get a sound that...
Oh, something you hear, okay.
You don't hear it. It's on it's audio. That's at 15 hertz, so you don't hear it.
Yeah.
When you guys do the analysis, do you then take that 15 hertz signal and bump it up to 20K? So
Bump it into what we can hear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what we do. We use a piece of software called Audio Forensics by DC Live. Fantastically expensive piece of software, but fantastic piece of software. It cleans it up, brings frequencies up, brings frequencies down. That's something you have to be very careful of when you're looking at audio analysis as well. You want to make sure that you're not messing around with the sound so much that it doesn't sound anything like the original. And as you were talking about frequencies, this is what frequencies are predominantly on. This is a single file here that had a sound in it, and we just bumped it down to its component elements, just doing a frequency splitting algorithm. And we're able to see where this sound predominantly was, because it's in a bit of a mismatch there. We were able to find, I believe at that time it was in the 800 to 1200 range, but I could be wrong because I'm just looking at a picture without any graph or anything like that. Has anyone any questions on audio or image analysis or anything? Okay. You can learn a lot more about this. I've only touched on paranormal research and the science behind it. Okay? You can learn a lot more in our educational and training section on our website. If you have a problem with a paranormal phenomenon, if you've experienced paranormal phenomena, there are a couple of ways to contact us. Obviously, the easiest way is come up to me now. Not right now. Everyone's back. Come up to me after the show and tell, have a chat, and we'll be able to see what we can do for you. You can get us on the internet at praofb.org. Email us at investigator@praofb.org. You can phone us, you can fax us. One thing I can't stress enough, all our services are 100% free and 100% confidential. Once we have your information, that's where it stays. It stays with us. All our team are checked by the Criminal History Systems Board. They have Corey checks. I'm sure you all know what they are. Before you get a job, you have to have a Corey check. The PRAB is a licensed Corey representative. We check our own people before they get in. So the people that come out are checked and are generally safe. But Nate just slipped through the net.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
About frequency for pets or animals. What can they hear? How much below will we hear?
How much below? I believe dogs can get down to the 7, between the 7 and 10 range, as opposed to our 20. And I believe they can be up to the 30 to 35 range. I'd have to verify that for you, but I believe that's their range.
That's the frequency.
That's our frequency, yeah.
How about cats?
Cats will be around the same.
And are there any sounds in nature that would be in those lower frequencies?
That could create an infrasound?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like what? Because you didn't give us that.
Volcanic.
Volcanoes?
Volcano.
Yep. Waterfalls? They'd have a very low hum behind them that you can't hear. Like obviously you're going to hear the crashing. Okay. Water rippling. Again, it would create an effect.
The earth?
Under the earth or on the beach itself. And where is the #1 place that you'll see a ghost? Like in TV?
Reflections?
In a castle. An old, dusty castle with wind coming down the long corridors. Wind coming down a long corridor creates infrasound. And that can cause it as well. And we actually tested that in Charleville Castle in Tullamore County. Yes, sir, you had a question, I believe?
I did.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ian. You said you've been doing this 10 plus years.
Yes.
Traveled the world.
I wish. I've traveled Ireland, parts of Europe, and now the fantastic United States.
Here. True or false?
False.
Are ghosts real?
True or false, are ghosts real? I will tell you when I have the Randy $1 million prize. James Randy has a test out there. If you can prove or disprove paranormal phenomena, I get $1 million. I will tell you when I have that million. I can't tell you if there are ghosts. I can't tell you if there aren't. I can come to your house and I can give you theories as to what may or may not be causing your paranormal experience. I can come to your house and say, I can't find anything. And then something's happening. And I can't tell you what it is. Yet. But that's the important thing, it is a yet.
So what